Hey everybody, welcome back for another Soul Sunday. Now, as you can see, I am back in LA. I'm a little sad because Jamaica was just, we'll talk about it another time. It was amazing. So anyway, for this Soul Sunday, we are still with the 4 agreements, and we are going to be in chapter 3, and that is the second agreement, and that is don't take anything personally. Now, obviously, we're all human. It's human nature to take things personally, but this will help us to not do that and explain to us why we shouldn't. So I'm going to start on page 51, and the quote is, "I don't take it personally. Whatever you think, whatever you feel, I know is your problem and not my problem. It is the way you see the world. It is nothing personal because you are dealing with yourself, not me. Others are going to have their own opinion according to their belief system. So nothing they think about me is really about me, but it is about them." And that's so true. Like, if somebody says something to us, it's easy for us to take it to heart because we're like, okay, like, they're coming at me. But a lot of times the things that people say are way more about them than it is about you. So it's up to you to how you want to take that. Now we'll go to page 57. And this quote is, "When we really see other people as they are without taking it personally, we can never be hurt by what they say or do. Even if others lie to you, it is okay. They are lying to you because they are afraid that you will discover that they are not perfect." Now, that can be very hard because obviously no one likes dishonesty, but truthfully, it has nothing to do with you and it's more to do with them. So again, it is how you decide that you want to take that. Another quote on page 58 is, "Then you can choose what you really want. You will find that you don't need to trust others as much as you need to trust yourself to make the right choices." Now, again, we're going back to if you're lied to, you feel like, that person did you wrong, but it is up to you to how you want to handle it from there and think about, why are they really lying to me? So then on page 59, we have, "If you can make this second agreement a habit, you will find that nothing can put you back into hell. There's a huge amount of freedom that comes to you when you take nothing personally." Now, of course, as I said earlier, we're all human. It is so hard not to take things that we feel like people did to us personally, but 9 times out of 10, it had nothing to do with you, and it's everything to do with what they're going through inside, their internal storms, things that they're dealing with, that they, end up taking out on you. Not to say that it's okay, but once you realize that and once you know that, then you can decide how you want to deal with that and not take it so personally. And then another quote on page 59, "When you don't take the emotional poison that people try to give to you, it becomes even worse in the sender, but not in you." For example, I had a friend who was going through a tough time. She had just gone through a breakup. Things in her life weren't the way that she wanted them to be. She had seen me go through a lot of storms in my life, but at that particular time, I found a great boyfriend. I was really starting to thrive in a lot of areas of my life, and she couldn't handle that. So she, started saying some not very cool things, and she was trying to send me emotional poison because she was dealing with her own storms. Now, at the time, I took that personally. I took it like, well, what the heck? I thought you're supposed to be my friend. You're supposed to be there for me. I took it personally, like she was personally trying to attack me. But really, it was her dealing with herself, things that she felt like she wanted. She felt like I was perfect in a lot of ways, the things that she wanted. But, again, that had nothing to do with me. And that was her internal storms. And that is something that I had to realize. Now, of course, with this, don't take things personally, but it's always okay to set boundaries with people, to let them know what you did wasn't cool. You know, you have to set boundaries with people to make sure that they know. Or sometimes it's better to just walk away depending on the scenario. But again, with this particular friend, she was just going through a lot of things and she couldn't bear to see somebody else be happy when she was so miserable. So it took me time to realize that, but I realized, you know what? I'm not going to take her actions personally because really it had nothing to do with me. My life is mine, her life is hers. So let's see. And then on page 60, there's a quote that says, as you make a habit of not taking anything personally, you won't need to place your trust in what others do or say. You will only need to trust yourself to make responsible choices. You are never responsible for the actions of others. You are only responsible for you. So another example, when I was around middle school or high school age, I've been singing my whole life. And I had a friend joke with me. They were like, Quanisha, stop singing. I was singing in the car. And she was like, Quanisha, stop singing. You're showing off. And that made me feel bad because I was like, yo, I'm not trying to show off. I'm just being me. I'm just singing. You know what I'm saying? And I caught myself throughout the years after that, like trying to pull back because I didn't want to make anybody feel like I'm trying to make them feel less. But no, me not being myself hurt me more than me trying to protect somebody else's feelings. So with that, you are never responsible for the actions of others. You are only responsible for yourself. If you know that you're not trying to hurt anybody else and you're just being yourself, that's it. That's all you can do. You know what I mean? So with this second agreement, don't take anything personally. And like I said, I know that it's going to be a serious journey to change that because society and being around people, all that kind of stuff has taught us to do that, take things personally. And obviously, people that are close to you, it's okay to listen to their advice and take what you feel is relatable to you, as you should with the advice that I'm giving you today. But I've personally learned that when you don't take things personally, it is so much better for your well-being. So with that, I will see y'all next Sunday. I hope you have an amazing day and really take this in. I need you to know we gon' grow. Oh, I'm glad love is true. I need you to know I never let go. Oh, I'm glad I'm with you. Summertime fine, face of an angel, trophy wife. Give them butterflies. Pull up in your city looking every